Finally, ladies and gentlemen, the Galactic Battle mini-season is over. We just got to witness the absolutely massive Galactic Battle live event. We not only got to enter the Death Star itself and fight against the Sith Lord Emperor Palpatine, we also destroyed the Death Star and saved the island from impending doom, bringing us into the next season of Chapter 6. It already looks to be one of the best seasons ever, fully themed around superheroes. Here in this video, we're gonna cover everything new, from new points of interest, battle pass skins, and so much more. But first, I'm literally one subscriber off my goal of 4.71 million subscribers. So if you hit that subscribe button right now, you'd literally make my entire year. And somebody tied our buddy Guff to the train tracks, and he's quickly running out of time. The only way to save him is to hit the thumbs up button on this video before it's too late. In every video, one lucky person who uses code HOMAGAMESYT in the item shop gets hooked up with V-Bucks. Today's winner is on your screen right now. But ladies and gentlemen, we've wasted too much time. The latest season of Chapter 6 is here, and we have so much new stuff to cover. Let's get into it. Super quickly, before we get to the absolute best part of the new season, first things first, with everything for the next season being revealed, how in the world did we go from the island being invaded by the Galactic Empire, with a massive Death Star in the sky, TIE fighter vehicles, and even Emperor Palpatine, to the island being under the control of a new superhero faction? The answer was actually secretly revealed back in Chapter 6 Season 1. The mysterious zero-point shard crash landed on the island, awakening all sorts of dormant magic like spirit realm portals, resulting in one of the main storyline characters, Jade, being trapped inside of the spirit realm. Dago, the mask-making warrior, was consumed with desperation to save her, so he created 6 magical mask-activated dormant portal, proceeded to fight it out against Shogun X to save his sibling. Once he was successful and Jade returned, he spoke of a mysterious dark presence inside of the spirit realm that had taken control of the zero-point shard. At the time, we all assumed that the dark presence was going to be Palpatine, because we knew he would be arriving in a Star Wars season right around the corner. The truth was even darker than that. And in Chapter 6 Season 2, we started getting some real answers. Dago decided to team up with that season's antagonist Fletcher Kane, who then worked together to repair the ancient Mask of Power, the most powerful mask to exist in the island's long history. They then used to open a spirit realm portal at Magic Mosses, with the goal of extracting the shard and acquiring it for themselves. Each time they attempted this, resulted in a massive beam of energy being shot up into the sky. Remember this, because it'll be important in a second. After many unsuccessful attempts, Dago entered the spirit realm portal to take on the Dark Presence. They went horribly wrong, and the Dark Presence consumed him. This brought us into the Galactic Battle mini-season, where the beams of energy from the spirit realm portals we just talked about attracted the attention of a new threat to the Fortnite island, the Galactic Empire, led by the Sith Lord Emperor Palpatine and his minions like Captain Phasma, Darth Maul, and countless stormtroopers. But the entire season, we had no idea what their mission was. Were they trying to get the zero-point shard? Simply control another reality to add to Palpatine's collection? At first, the only person who knew the answer to this was Princess Leia, essentially functioned as the leader of the resistance, tasked with recruiting islanders to help them with their plan. She wouldn't reveal much about it, literally just saying some secrets are best kept secret. Thankfully, the less than genius stormtroopers left some Imperial data logs laying around the island that revealed the truth about Palpatine's plan, stating that he told them to search the island for some pieces of junk that wasn't junk at all, but instead the remaining pieces of the spirit realm portal Dago used to rescue his sister in Chapter 1. Once the pieces were located, they reconstructed the portal over at Predator Peak outside of Crime City, where it was barely being held together by Palpatine's Force Lightning. And all of this is connected to everything added for the new season, which we're just about to get to. But first, Palpatine was obviously interested in the spirit realm, since that's where he knew the zero-point shard was located. She knew would allow him to become an even more powerful Sith Lord. There was one very important piece of information he was missing, being Dago, who remained inside of the spirit realm, controlled by the Dark Presence. But during the live event, when the Death Star super laser activated, resulted in the portal activating as well, once again connecting us to the spirit realm, giving corrupted Dago a path back to the island, which he took full advantage of, and has returned as the main villain of the new season, alongside his new army of demons. But now let's dive into the new season. Since it's obviously based entirely around new superheroes like Superman and Robin, the title of this season is Super, perfectly fitting for all the new heroes and their mythic abilities. The new hero faction goes by the name The Ascended, which we've never seen in Fortnite before, and you can see our first look at what the faction's logo looks like on your screen right now. The superheroes and their abilities were actually helped created by somebody we're very familiar with, being our buddy Midas. As we all know, Midas returned to the Fortnite island earlier in Chapter 6 after being trapped in the underworld, being held prisoner by Hades in Chapter 5 Season 2, before finally escaping and relocating over to his yacht, where he reassembled his team of Ghost and Shadow members for leaving the island altogether, all while talking about his next big adventure. Turns out the adventure he was talking about was actually defeating an old friend of his, Fletcher Kane, who in Chapter 6 was trying to steal all of the island's gold for himself, simply to acquire more wealth and power. Midas gathered the outlaws and put an end to this, this, allegedly resulting in Midas having the majority of the island's gold, he is now used to fund and create the Ascended superhero academies. The main superhero the entire season is themed around is obviously Superman himself. Well, I know this obviously isn't the first time we've gotten a version of Clark Kent in Fortnite, as he was included in a battle pass released many years ago in Chapter 2. However, that version of Superman was simply based around the Superman from the DC comic books. The new one present in the battle pass is David Cornsweat's version, plays the hero in the new Superman movie releasing in early July. Wait, there's more, because you know here in Chapter 6, Epic Games began implementing a new type of mythic we never saw before that are acquired by entering these rift portals that spawn towards the end of the game, like we saw in Season 1 with Godzilla, as well as in Galactic Battle with the Star Destroyer. Superman now has his very own portal. When entered, gives you the ability to fly, super strength, as well as heat vision. Since he's the main hero of the new season, he also received his very own point of interest, called the Fortress of Solitude, being a massive icy looking castle made completely out of kryptonite. Here is where you're able to find the Superman NPC. I really hope this means his dog Crypto will also be located here, since obviously he also plays a huge role in the upcoming Superman movie. It's been leaked to be included in the new season as a pet, likely being similar to the pet backblings we've already had in Fortnite like Bonesy. But Superman isn't the only DC hero arriving in the new season. Obviously, when I say DC, all of your minds probably immediately jump to Batman, since he's basically mine and everyone else's favorite DC hero. And even though I imagine we will see a new version of him released at some point in this season, it's not actually the other DC hero arriving, and instead it's not a hero at all, but instead a sidekick, specifically Robin. He will, however, use tons of Batman's items that we've already seen in Fortnite before, like Batman's grapple hook and even Batarang. But unlike Superman's new skin that comes from the movies, this version of Robin is based around Tim Drake's version from the comic books. He is also present on the island as an NPC located somewhere in the new Utopia biome. But that's not even the best thing in the new season, which we're just about to get to. But first, the new Utopia biome is possibly the most important location we've gotten in a very long time. It's just like how we saw the Mega biome for the Peace Syndicate, brought to the Chapter 4 island through the Broken Rift Gate. Same thing has basically happened again. The Spirit Realm portal brought in the Utopia City. Maybe this could be the same reality where Ascended Midas comes from, not just because the name of the new faction is present in the name of his skin, but also because he was the one to actually fund the new superhero academies on the island, making me think that the entire time between him leaving the Chapter 5 island and arriving in Chapter 6, he may have actually been in the Ascended's Utopia reality the entire time. Speaking of Midas, remember back in Season 2 where he had us wear a sensor backpack? Use it to discover trace energies of the 0 point. Apparently, the entire reason Midas was so interested in finding this was so he could do precisely what we talked about, rifting the Ascended members along with merging their Utopia reality with ours. Hopefully, this means Midas will play a major role in the new season's story. He's literally the most popular storyline character of all time. With the Fortnite storyline slowing down more and more each season, it's safe to say his return as an important storyline character is now needed more than ever. But now it's time to reveal the best part of the new season. And here we go, dropping into a game where we're gonna check out and reveal everything you need to know. Since it's my very last game of the season, might as well make our way over here to Vader Samurai Solitude so we can hire Darth Vader for the very final time. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Come here, Darth Vader. You're going down, buddy. Uh-oh. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is ugly. Why aren't I hitting him? What the heck? So weak. All right, that was easy. Well, let's hire Vader one final time before he's gone for good. Darth Vader, did you know you'll be removed from the game and never return in just a few hours?
Removed. I find your lack of faith disturbing, Clark Kent. The Force is eternal.
Not sure what he's talking about, man. He's definitely gonna be gone. But don't worry, because in the new season, we have some bosses even cooler than Vader. One who I mentioned in a video a few days ago, actually being a character returning from Chapter 2, Season 8, that goes by the name Core, and is a super deadly assassin who works for the Imagined Order. And we believe this to essentially be the beginning of the Imagined Order returning in the Fortnite storyline. Because, in case you didn't hear, it's leaked that in Chapter 7, one of the big 3 factions are gonna be returning. And the big 3 factions are obviously the Imagined Order, the 7, and the Last Reality. And even though I would really love to see the 7 return in Chapter 7, as it would literally make perfect sense with it being our 7th chapter, it's honestly not very likely, since Donald Mustard, the creator of the 7, no longer works at Epic Games. The new creative director, Charlie Wen, decided to take the story in an entirely different direction, meaning the faction returning in Chapter 7 is more than likely the IO. She is actually a boss present on the new season's island, actually drops a mythic version of the DMR assault rifle, rifle, now called Core's Deadeye DMR, that has an even faster fire rate and deals more damage from the DMR we saw in Fortnite years back. But that's far from being the only new weapon added in this new season, as there are literally tons of them, possibly being the most new weapons we've ever seen released for a season. One of the standout ones is a new weapon called the Wingshot Grappler. It's more than likely just a reskin version of Batman's Grappler from Chapter 1, which you're able to purchase from the previously mentioned Robin NPC. The new season also brought back exotic weapons. However, they're totally different from the exotics we had back in Season 2 of Chapter 6, and have now totally changed, being called unstable weapons, including things like the unstable Frostfire Shotgun, Voltage Burst Pistol, and Yoink Shotgun. But here's the best part. You know how Chapter 6 introduced the brand new sprite feature for the first time, including the water, air, and earth sprites, each having their own built-in special ability. But as of a few days ago, the sprites were literally removed from the island, alongside Shogun X and his island, apparently retreated in fear from the Empire. Well, in the new season, not only have all the original sprites returned with the exception of the earth sprites, a brand new one was actually added for Superman. Yo, Darth Vader, what can you tell me about the new Superman sprites?
Superman, another alien with delusions of grandeur, Clark Kent. His sprites are of no concern to the Empire. We deal in realities, not childish fantasies. Do you find such distractions valuable?
Swear, man, it doesn't matter what you ask Darth Vader. He just won't give you an answer and he'll ask you a question in return. Darth Vader, I'm gonna ask you a question. I need you to reply by not asking me a question. Can you do that?
Demonstrate patience, apprentice. I shall endeavor to answer without further inquiries.
All right, let's give this another try. Darth Vader, what do you think about the new Superman sprites in the new season?
These Superman sprites. Do they offer a strategic advantage, Clark Kent? Or are they merely another distraction from the mission?
Gosh dang it, he did it again, dude. Darth Vader, you are kinda useless. You know that, buddy?
Perhaps your perception is clouded, Clark Kent. The Force sustains me, even when surrounded by less effective allies.
Screw it, just hop in the car, Darth Vader. Oh dear.
Do not strike me with that vehicle again, Clark Kent. My patience extends only so far.
All right, Darth Vader, we got enemies over here, buddy. Right here, Vader, right here, right here, right here. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Unexpected.
All right, I got him, Vader. Oh, over here, Darth Vader. Let's see, can he get him for me? Darth Vader, get him. Prove to me you're useful here, man. Oh, he's going. Darth Vader, get him. Yes! Oh, poop, that's not good. Star Destroyer's here. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Darth Vader. Don't worry, buddy. I got him for you. All right, we got to be careful, man. We got a full minute left in the Star Destroyer here. I'm getting out of there, bro. Oh, but there's only 18 more enemies remaining, which is great news. Darth Vader, tell me where one of the remaining enemies are.
The remaining enemies, Clark Kent, will soon learn the futility of resistance. I sense one skulking near the Transformer sector below the dam.
All right, I think he was talking about right down here, huh? Where's he at, Darth Vader? No way you lied to me again. We are at the Transformer sector, just like he said. He lied. Darth Vader, you are a liar, man. I'm not sure I really like you all that much.
Such insubordination, Clark Kent. Your affections are of little consequence. Now, focus on the mission.
Hard to do that when you're lying to me, man. Oh, yes! Darth Vader didn't lie. Love to see it, man. Now we just got to eliminate this guy. Huh. Let's go. Thanks for playing. 12 more enemies left, man. Let's get this dub. Darth Vader, tell me where another enemy is at, man.
Does your insatiable need for the location of these enemies stem from tactical brilliance or a lack of patience? I last sensed one near the coastline to the west. Do not disappoint me.
All right, we're headed to the west, Vader. Let's see, he said near the coastline, which should be right here, right? I'm not seeing any at the moment. No one was there, Darth Vader. Where is the nearest enemy?
Your trust in my pronouncements wavers. I sense another enemy approaching from the southwest, near the bridge. Do not assume that I will always be incorrect.
All right, southwest towards the bridge. Where is the bridge? I'm not seeing any bridge over here, Darth Vader. Uh-oh. Storm's closing in quickly, boys. Don't worry, Darth Vader. I'm gonna get us to safety, my friend. Uh-oh, we're running out of fuel. Vader, I don't like you.
I find your lack of faith disturbing, Clark Kent. Are you suggesting my strategies are unpleasant?
No, I just mean you basically say the same thing every time and even lie occasionally, and you kind of got a negative attitude.
Your assessment of my attitude is irrelevant. I speak plainly. That you interpret truth as falsehood is a reflection of your own limitation.
All right, I'm done with that fool, man. I've had enough. Oh, we only got 4 left now. Oh, 3 left. Oh, nope. There we go. I got one. Don't worry, Darth Vader. I'll take care of this lad. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Nothing back.
Here we go. Here we go. Yes. There's one right here. We got a swimmer. Michael Phelps on him. Yes, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. The victory royale for my last game of the season. Soon as the new season releases, I'll be tweeting everything that's new out over on my official Twitter account, @HomaGamesYT.